Creating a really nice, perfect border around a focal image can be such a challenge. Well, unless you know my secret tip for today. Hey, everybody, it's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Welcome to today's Tuesday tip, and we're going to tackle that little question: how do I make a perfect border? You're going to love my little secret weapon, and I guarantee you it's something you already have on hand. So let's get started. All right, so let's talk about how we're going to create a perfect border around a card because, guys, I think border stamps are such a great way to really add that little extra touch to a card. So for today's demonstration, I'm going to use the Borders Abound stamp set. You see, it's got 4 borders in it. Those are great, but it's trying to get those corners to match up. So first, I want to show you what it can look like if you just try to stamp a border. So here's my cardstock. I've got my border stamp and my ink pad. So if you were to just do this, maybe you'd start here on the shorter ends. All right, there's one. We'll get this other side. And remember, what I'm showing you here is how it doesn't work. Because if I try to line these up and go on top, well, ew, it goes right on top. I kind of have this big mishmash there in the corner. So we're going to talk about how to make those corners line up perfectly. You're going to love this tip. And guys, all we need is a piece of copy paper. Junk mail also works great for this technique, but we just need a piece of copy paper that is the same size as the piece of cardstock that we're going to stamp on. So I've got my paper here, and the other thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to measure how deep my image is. And you know what? I'm going to do that by just doing myself a quick little stamp right there on that copy paper. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Trimmer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just a quick measure here, and it looks like it's going to be about 5/8 of an inch, and I'm going to give that a score at 5/8 of an inch. Now I'm going to rotate this, and I'm going to score it at that 5/8 of an inch all the way around. And I hope that you can see just simple little score lines, 5/8 of an inch. And that's not an exact measurement. It's whatever works for you and your border, but 5/8 seem to be about right. I'm now going to take my paper snips here, and I'm going to just cut from the corner to that first little corner there of my score line. And I'm going to do that to all 4 sides. And by the way, guys, once you've made this template for your border stamp, you're going to be able to keep using it over and over. So you could just tuck this away, maybe inside the stamp case. But watch what we're going to do. We're going to give all of these little score lines here, the straight ones. We don't want to fold on those little corners. You'll see why here in a minute. Those are our mitering corners. So we want to leave those alone. So I hope you can kind of see that's what we've got going. You're going to love it. Ready? Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in grid paper just to play it safe. Now I'm going to line up that copy paper right there onto my cardstock. And do you see those little mitering ends? I want to leave those right there in place. Okay, that's what's going to allow me to miter. So let me bring my stamp back in, and we're just going to take this, we're going to stamp, and it's going to hit that mitered edge. And so you're going to be able to see when I lift that, do you see how nice and clean those little corners are? Yeah. Okay, now we're going to take this, we're going to turn it around, going to bring this side down. And if your paper has shifted, not a big deal. You can just line it back up again. Now we'll stamp again right there. And we're going to keep repeating this. So I'm going to fold this end down. Really, what we just want to make sure is that that mitered edge is hitting the top of the cardstock. So we'll go again. Oh, I think I went a little bit crooked there, but hopefully we're going to be okay. The joys of being on camera is I can't get my head straight over what I'm stamping, but I think you're going to see when I remove this, Do you see how I've got nice corners that all matched up? Yep, that's where I kind of got a little off on myself. But I have a nice focal image, or I should say a nice border for my focal image that's going to go right there in the middle. Let me show you what the completed card looks like. And it looks just like that. So you can see I've got nice corners. I came in here with my Stampin' Blends and I colored my little fall leaves. My sentiment, your blessing is a friendship, that came from the So Sentimental set. And I just thought it looked so nice to send a nice fall friendship card. I added those little acorns from the Beautiful Autumn bundle. This one has a punch that goes with the acorn and the leaves, but I thought that looked really nice. It kind of really gave it that nice fall theme. But I want to go ahead and bring in the stamp set that I used here, the Borders Abound, because you see you've got all 4 seasons. So we have winter and fall and spring and summer. So we've got a lot of really great borders. And just think, you're going to be able to just go border crazy. And guys, all it takes is just a little sheet of copy paper. Cut it down to size and just do that quick little mitering, and you're going to have perfect borders every time. And there you go, everybody. Now you know the secret to perfect borders as well. I hope today's tip was helpful for you. If it was, I would appreciate a thumbs up on YouTube. Thank you so much for that. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, take a minute to subscribe. I share Tuesday tips with you and other crafting cards all throughout the week, and I'd love to have you join me. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. I look forward to sharing with you again soon. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.